Sensational revelations in the Seema Ghulam Haider investigations. The Pakistani citizen Seema Haider apparently had two passports. Number HZ0004421 and HZ0004422. Her national identity card was made only 10 months ago. Police say there is a discrepancy in her age and the date of birth written on the passport. Her WhatsApp chats before her arrival in India also stand mysteriously deleted. No clarity yet on the ownership of the property reportedly sold in Pakistan. Uttar Pradesh Police Anti-Terror Squad intensifies its investigation in Seema Haider's background. Was love a cover to set up a spy base in Noida? Seema Haider probe details on India First. Seema Ghulam Haider from Khairpura, Karachi, Pakistan had two valid passports. Number HZ Hotel Zulu 0004421 and HZ 0004422. There is an alleged discrepancy in her stated age, 27 years as she says, and date of birth on her passport, 1/1/2002, which would mean she's about 21 years old. There is also no clarity on who owned the property that she's alleged to have sold off in Karachi. Her husband, Ghulam Haider, is apparently unaware of any properties sold. What documents did she show to enter India from Nepal? Any Indian citizen would need to show either an Indian passport or an Aadhaar card or a driving license, an Indian driving license. What did she show? Sachin and his father are also in trouble for helping a Pakistani citizen enter India illegally and then hiding her in Greater Noida. Arvind Ojha and our Crime Bureau bring you our top story. Sensational new revelations in Pakistani woman Seema Ghulam Haider investigations. The Uttar Pradesh Police Anti-Terror Squad is currently cross-examining Seema Haider on her multiple passports and alleged discrepancies in her date of birth in the passport. Seema Haider's national identity card was issued only 10 months ago in September 2022. The Uttar Pradesh Police ATS has been interrogating Seema Haider, her lover Sachin and his father for the past 2 days now. Authorities have also questioned when and how Seema met Sachin and whether the two actually met playing PUBG video games. The mobile phone and number used by Seema, her social media accounts, her WhatsApp chats are also under scrutiny. She had apparently deleted all her WhatsApp chats before her arrival in India. The ATS is also seeking details of the property reportedly sold by Seema Haider in Karachi, Pakistan, and the details of the temple where Seema Haider and Sachin Meena got married. Seema was asked why she got her Pakistani identity card only in September 2022 when such documents are made available months after birth. Police sources say Seema's answers appear misleading. She has been unable to explain what identity papers were shown to cross over from Nepal into India. An Indian national is supposed to show either an Aadhaar card or an Indian passport. There are also several unanswered questions. She comes from a small neighborhood in Karachi, Pakistan, but holds not one but two passports. She took a bus from Pokhara in Nepal to Uttar Pradesh and reached Greater Noida without explaining what identity papers were shown. This is also being seen as a major failure of the Sashastra Seema Bal, the border guarding force. Seema collected all her travel documents and identity papers, but did not bring even one of the multiple mobile phones and numbers she used in Pakistan. Even from Nepal, she made multiple WhatsApp calls, but using hotspots taken from other people's mobile phones. She was also reportedly in possession of a laptop in Pakistan, but did not have one when she came to India. There are several unanswered questions, especially about the sale of property in Pakistan, the funds generated, the documentation in Dubai, and the flight to Kathmandu. Police now intend to send the documents to Pakistan High Commission through the Ministry of External Affairs for verification. With Arvind Ojha in Greater Noida, Bureau Report, India Today. And news just coming in, Seema Ghulam Haider, it seems, has a brother in Pakistan Rangers. She also has an uncle, a chacha, in a senior position in Pakistan Army. India Today has accessed a picture of Seema Ghulam Haider's brother, who's in Pakistan Rangers, a Pakistani paramilitary force. He's apparently posted in Karachi. Her uncle, according to her husband, is at a senior position, bade ohde par hai, in the Pakistan Army. He's reportedly posted in Islamabad. India Today's Arvind Ojha spoke to Seema Haider's husband, Ghulam Muhammad Haider, in Saudi Arabia. Let's quickly listen into some of the excerpts of that exclusive conversation.
ये जो सीमा हैदर, इसके भाई का नाम आसिफ है ना?
जी जी।
तो आसिफ कहाँ है अभी, किसमें है, कहाँ काम करते हैं?
इधर ड्यूटी है इसका, तो रेंजर्स में है इधर कराची में।
क्या पाकिस्तान रेंजर्स में है, फौजी हैं?
जी जी।
और इनके जो चाचा है सीमा के,
वो गुलाम अकबर, वो भी बड़े उधर इस्लामाबाद में।
कहाँ पे है?
इस्लामाबाद।
इस्लामाबाद में। अच्छा, क्या नाम है उनका?
गुलाम अकबर।
गुलाम अकबर, वो भी फौजी हैं?
जी जी, वो बड़ा रेंजर्स का सुविधा होती है।
अच्छा, तो मतलब आपके कहने का मतलब है कि जो सीमा का भाई है आसिफ, ये कहाँ रहता है? कराची। आपकी मुलाकात हो चुकी है आसिफ से?
हाँ, मुलाकात घर पे था, उधर होता था। इधर जो आया हूँ मैं सऊदी में, मेहनत मजदूरी कर रहा हूँ, मुलाकात नहीं हुआ। बातचीत होती थी, मेरे घर पे आता था बच्चे के साथ मिलने के लिए।
अच्छा, तो उन्होंने बताया था
4-10 दिन के बाद
तो उन्होंने बताया था कि वो फौजी हैं पाकिस्तान आर्मी में, और वो चाचा गुलाम अकबर वो भी वो सूबेदार हैं, वो बड़े ओहदे पे हैं। अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, ठीक है, ठीक है।
Apparently, Seema Ghulam Haider from Karachi, Pakistan, has been unable to explain why she had two valid Pakistani passports, or the discrepancy in her age. She says she's 27 years old, but the passport records her date of birth as January 1, 2002, which would make her 21 years old. Both her passports, incidentally, have the same date of birth, but different names. Let's try and make sense of these latest revelations. She was questioned for over 10 hours even today. Joining me on India First is Arzu Kazmi, a journalist and analyst from Pakistan. Sushant Sareen is a senior fellow at the Observer Research Foundation. But my first question is to India Today's Arvind Ojha. Arvind, 10 घंटों से ज्यादा आज भी पूछताछ हुई है सीमा हैदर से। सीमा का भाई पाकिस्तानी रेंजर्स में है, उसके चाचा किसी बड़े ओहदे पर है पाकिस्तानी आर्मी में। जांच में क्या क्या निकल कर आ पाया है, आपके सूत्र आपको क्या बता रहे हैं?
देखिए, 10 घंटे की पूछताछ आज एटीएस ने की है सीमा हैदर से, उसका जो तथाकथित पति है सचिन, उससे, और उसके अलावा सचिन के जो पिता हैं उससे। कल 8 घंटे भी पूछताछ हुई थी, लेकिन इंडिया टुडे की टीम ने ट्रैक किया जो सीमा का हस्बैंड है, जो सऊदी अरब में है, गुलाम हैदर, और उससे बातचीत की। जो गुलाम हैदर है उसने बातचीत में बताया कि जो सीमा हैदर का भाई है आसिफ, वो पाकिस्तान रेंजर्स में है, पाकिस्तान आर्मी में है। बहुत मुमकिन है कि कुछ वक्त पहले उसने छोड़ दिया था, जबकि जो सीमा का चाचा है, जो सीमा का अंकल है, गुलाम अकबर उसका नाम बताया जा रहा है, वो इस्लामाबाद में पाकिस्तान आर्मी में किसी बड़े पद पर है। ये दो बड़े खुलासे हैं और यही जो जानकारी है उत्तर प्रदेश एटीएस को लगी, जिसके बाद कान खड़े हुए, इसीलिए बार बार पूछताछ की जा रही है और एटीएस ये जानने की कोशिश कर रही है कि क्या सीमा वाकई प्यार के चक्कर में सचिन के पढ़ के इंडिया आई, अवैध तरीके से आई, बिना किसी वीजा के आई। यही सब कुछ एटीएस जानने की कोशिश कर रही है। साथ ही साथ मोबाइल से कुछ डेटा डिलीट था, वो भी जानकारी जुटाने की कोशिश कर रही है कि क्या बातचीत थी, किस तरह का डेटा डिलीट हुआ। तो कल 8 घंटे की पूछताछ हुई थी, आज 10 घंटे की पूछताछ हुई और सबसे ज्यादा जो पूछताछ हुई है वो पाकिस्तान आर्मी से जो सीमा का कनेक्शन है, इसी को लेकर पूछताछ हुई।
रहिए मेरे साथ, लेट मी ब्रिंग इन आरजू काजमी इनटू दिस कॉन्वर्सेशन। आरजू, is it normal in Pakistan for any citizen to have 2 valid passports? Look at the number HZ0004421 and HZ0004422.
No, Gaurav, I don't think that anyone can have 2 valid passports. ये जरूर है कि पुराने पासपोर्ट साथ रखे जा सकते हैं, but not 2 valid passports. It's not allowed in Pakistan. Nobody can have it. But the most important thing is that our media is very, mysteriously silent on this subject. Nobody is talking about this case. Nobody is talking about Seema in Pakistan, especially mainstream media. So I'm just surprised what they want to, convey their message to the public कि ये खुद इंडिया ने कुछ create किया है, हम बात करना ही नहीं चाह रहे और whatever. लेकिन यहाँ पे nobody is talking about her.
Except YouTubers who are trying to show it as some kind of cross-border love story. And is this a love story, or is love story a very convenient facade to plant an agent in Greater Noida, close to the Hindon Air Base? It's a sensitive Indian Air Force Air Base, also close to the Jewar International Airport. Sushant Sareen, what do you make of this? Is it normal for a Pakistani citizen who claims to be a Class 5 pass out to have 2 valid passports, identical, near identical numbers?
No, it's not. And in fact, this is one of the inconsistencies or oddities in the entire case. So look, Gaurav, there are 2 parts to this entire story. One is, of course, the fact that this lady enters India illegally without any documentation, and that is a criminal offense in itself. But there is another side to it, which is what I think you are interested in, whether there is something much more sinister than a simple love story. Now, even honey traps, in a manner of speaking, can be construed to be love stories. At least they are for people who get trapped in those honey traps. But clearly, some things are not adding up.
Yes.
Now, it could be that some of these oddities are, part and parcel of what happens in our kind of countries very often. Although in the Pakistani case, I think their documentation, whether it is the national identity cards or their passports, has been pretty impressive. So I don't think it's easy for somebody to have 2 passports, near identical numbers, as you say. But then the rest of the story is also, where does she get the money from?
Yes.
Did she actually have any property of hers? Or
in fact,
did she...
I'm coming to that in just a moment. And Arzu, that's another question for you. But before that, is it strange? And again, I want to understand what happens in Pakistan. She says she's 27 years old. Her national identity card was issued just 10 months ago. Was an attempt being made to create an identity, and that national identity card shows her date of birth as 2002, which would mean she's around 21 years old.
I can't say anything about it, but yes, it is possible in Pakistan that she said wrong, or she informed wrong date of birth. She can tell wrong date of birth to identity card office, and she can get fake ID card. This is possible in Pakistan. It's very easy. I mean, people can do it. Anyone can do it. As she said, she is not educated. She's only 5 classes pass and all this. So it happens because jab aap matric karte, when you pass a 10th class, only that, on that time, you need a ID card, and on that ID card वो फिर change नहीं होता है. But as she said, she is not educated, so I am sure that somewhere she has some कुछ पैसे से खिला के maybe she got that identity card, fake identity card for her.
Okay, Sushant Sareen, 2 passports traveling from Pakistan to the Middle East, to Sharjah, Dubai, then from there to Kathmandu, initially on her own. She's apparently traveled to Sharjah and Kathmandu twice, once in March and the second time with her 4 children in June. You know, this would indicate she's quite a frequent flyer. Would that raise eyebrows in Pakistan? Class 5 pass, no idea about her source of income, and yet she travels on her own first time and then second time with her 4 children, unless somebody is facilitating this.
No, Gaurav, given the fact that her husband is working in Saudi Arabia, you know, it's not unheard of that maybe she was traveling alone. I don't think that would set off red flags in Pakistan. Of course, we are assuming that there is nothing sinister behind this entire case, in which case red flags would not go up in any case, right? But even otherwise, her traveling to the UAE and then her traveling all the way to UAE, then to Nepal, and then you know, infiltrating into India with 4 kids in tow. You know, it raises very serious questions as to how somebody like this can just walk into India. Did she bribe people at the border outpost out here and walk in? Was there somebody else escorting her in? You know, and very often what happens is that, you know, if there's a family with 4 kids, all of them making a bit of a ruckus, then somebody says, okay, fine, yeah, just let them go. They seem to be a normal, ordinary family. I don't know. So I think these are things, if the investigating agencies are getting into the details of it, I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
I want to bring in Arvind Ojha. Arvind, उत्तर प्रदेश पुलिस की पड़ताल में अब तक क्या-क्या निकल कर आया है कि किस तरह से ये महिला भारत में घुसी? क्योंकि अगर कोई भारत में भारतीय होने का दावा करता है तो भारत का पासपोर्ट होना चाहिए, आधार कार्ड होना चाहिए, पैन कार्ड होना चाहिए, भारत का ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस होना चाहिए. ये भारत में कैसे घुसी नेपाल से?
नहीं, देखिए, सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग बात यह है इस पूरे मामले पर कि इस बात का खुलासा हुआ कैसे. ये महिला आती है नेपाल से, बस में बैठती है और गोरखपुर सिद्धार्थ नगर से होते हुए वो ग्रेटर नोएडा आती है, सचिन के घर पर रुकती है और 13 से 14 दिन बाद जो फैमिली के लोग हैं सचिन के, उनको वो कहते हैं कि तुम पाकिस्तानी हो, तुम्हें शादी करनी हो. शादी करने ये ग्रेटर नोएडा से बुलंदशहर जाते हैं एक लॉयर के पास, और लॉयर को जैसे ही पता चलता है कि ये पाकिस्तानी महिला है, इसके पास पाकिस्तानी आइडेंटिटी है, तुरंत वो पुलिस को जानकारी देता और इस तरह से इस पूरे मामले का खुलासा हुआ. उसके बाद नोएडा पुलिस उसको अरेस्ट करती है, लेकिन जासूसी के एंगल पर नहीं. वैलिड वीजा नहीं था, वीजा था ही नहीं. अवैध तरीके से घुसपैठ करने के आरोप में इसको अरेस्ट किया गया और अरेस्ट करने के बाद इसको जेल भेज दिया गया. उसके बाद इसको बेल मिल गई. बेल को भी अपोज नहीं किया था नोएडा पुलिस ने. अब उसके बाद जब पाकिस्तानी कनेक्शन की बात, पाकिस्तान आर्मी कनेक्शन की बात आई, कुछ डेटा डिलीट हुए, वो बात जब सामने आई, चूंकि नेशनल सिक्योरिटी से ये पूरा जुड़ा हुआ मामला है, इस वजह से एटीएस को कहा गया और एंटी टेरर स्क्वाड की टीम लगातार बैक टू बैक 2 दिन की पूछताछ कर रही है. यहाँ एक चीज बता दूं कि नोएडा पुलिस ने तो क्लीन चिट दे दी थी कम से कम जासूसी के एंगल पर, लेकिन
2 पासपोर्ट होने के बावजूद नोएडा पुलिस के कान नहीं खड़े हुए.
इन्वेस्टिगेशन में सवाल,
2 पासपोर्ट एक महिला के पास है, गैर कानूनी
तो
तरीके से पाकिस्तानी भारत में घुसाई और उनके कान नहीं खड़े हुए.
देखिए, फेलियर तो यहाँ सबसे पहले ये है कि एक तरीके से जो इंटेलिजेंस एजेंसीज है उसका फेलियर है. अगर नेपाल से कोई महिला, वो भी पाकिस्तानी, वो और न वीजा उसके पास है, और वो अगर एंट्री कर जाती है, न सिर्फ एंट्री कर जाती है बल्कि नेपाल से बहुत दूर दिल्ली से बेहद करीब एक इलाके में आकर 13 से 14 दिन रुकती है, तो सवाल तो नोएडा पुलिस पर, नोएडा की जो एलआईयू है, लोकल इंटेलिजेंस यूनिट है, उस पर खड़े होते हैं. क्योंकि देखिए गौरव, खासकर ये जो ग्रेटर नोएडा का इलाका है, इस इलाके से पिछले दिनों कई ऐसे चाइनीज नेशनल हैं जो पकड़े गए हैं जिन पर कई गंभीर सवाल उठे और उनके बाद उनको डिपोर्ट किया गया है। तो ऐसे में जहां पर दिल्ली से बेहद करीब ये इलाका है, दिल्ली में इतने सेंसिटिव प्लेसेस है, खुद हिंडन जैसा आपने कहा हिंडन एयरबेस बहुत पास है, वहां पर अगर कोई पाकिस्तानी नागरिक आकर रहता है, अवैध तरीके से आकर रहता है और एजेंसीज को पता नहीं चलता है, तो ये अपने आप में बड़ा सवाल है।
सही बात है,
और
लेकिन
कहीं न कहीं सवाल ये सीमा पर भी खड़ा करता है कि आखिर कैसे, सवाल सीमा पर भी है कि कैसे वो इस तरीके से अंदर दाखिल होती है कि किसी को कानो कान खबर नहीं होती है, उसे मालूम है कि किस रूट से आना है, किस बस में बैठकर आना है और उसके बाद वो आराम से आकर रहती है। लेकिन जब सचिन के फैमिली के लोग उस पर प्रेशर डालते हैं कि अब तो तुम्हें शादी करनी पड़ेगी,
नहीं, और वो तो
क्योंकि
अगर वकील ने नहीं कहा होता तो वो तो एक स्लीपर सेल तैयार होता हमारे देश में। अगर वकील ने पुलिस को ना बताया होता, हर ब्रदर इज इन द पाकिस्तानी रेंजर्स, her chacha is India Today's Arvind Ojha just revealed he's spoken to the husband. The husband says, the husband is in Saudi Arabia, Ghulam Haider. He says the chacha is बड़े ओहदे पर है पाकिस्तान आर्मी में इस्लामाबाद में. You know, isn't all of this very, very odd?
Karachi has many criminal gangs, but remember, from what we have been told, she was living in a rented property.
Yes.
You can't sell your rented property until and unless you have major connections with criminals, or there is something else happening. There is some other property which she sold off, but her husband claims there is no other property which they have. So what property did she sell off? And it's not so easy to sell off property simply because there are criminal mafias operating, until and unless you have some deep connections. Number two. Number three, look, you know, obviously she, from some angles, she's not from a very rich or very well-to-do family. She's from a very humble family. Now, for somebody who's working as, I don't know what her husband is working as in the Middle East, but for example, if he's a, you know, small timer out there, for him, even a havaldar or a, you know, honorary guy in the army would be a very big order, right?
True.
I'm sure it's not some general in the GHQ who's related to her. I doubt it very much. If it is, then I think you've got an asset in your hands. But I doubt if that is going to be the case. But like I said, you know, there's just too many angles to this story, and I hope that the investigating agencies are going to do a thorough job. But one thing I must say, Noida police has to be indicted because they just did not do due diligence. For them to take notice of somebody who has entered illegally in India, that also from a hostile country like Pakistan, somebody who has entered illegally, for them to, you know, have a very perfunctory kind of an investigation and then not even oppose her bail, let her go and act as everything is normal, I think serious questions need to be asked of Noida police. But also I think it raises very serious questions that if this woman with 4 kids could just simply walk into India, can you imagine how many other dangerous criminals and terrorists would be using this route to come into India?
Oh, absolutely. They've used it in the past.
Of all those characters who have entered India in the last so many years.
And who are the facilitators? I mean, how many enemies within who are facilitating such people coming in, or even when caught, giving them a clean chit? We will continue to track developments on this story very, very closely. Arzu Kazmi in Pakistan, Sushant Sareen in Delhi, and Arvind Ojha in Noida tracking this story for us. Many thanks. That is all I have for you on India First this evening. Many thanks for watching. News and updates continue on India Today. Stay with us.